Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming yet another book video. I know, you guys love it. Okay, I don't know if you do. Sorry, okay? Reading makes me happy and talking about books makes me happy, so deal with it. Thank you to my girlfriend for this Celsius. Anyways guys, so you're getting 2 book videos in a row. The last one I did was a 24-hour readathon, so if you haven't watched that, go watch it because I'm pretty proud of it. And it was a lot. Okay, I don't know why I put myself through that, but I did. So if you don't watch it, that's really mean and rude. Also, I fear the video after this might also be another book video because I haven't been doing anything but reading, really. I mean, my friends were just here, but like I was just not recording any of them being here. So now we're back to our regularly scheduled program, which is me just sitting inside doing nothing. Enough on that. Today we're doing an end of the month wrap up, and I have a friend to help. This is Lulu. I'm literally like a child, but this is Lulu. My girlfriend gave her to me. Guys, let me just take a moment to appreciate my girlfriend. I love her so much, and she's so amazing because I posted, which yes, I did post this for her to see. Is that a crime? Like, also, I literally was talking to my mom. I was like, I want this stuffed animal so badly, and she was like, maybe your sugar mama will get it for you. So okay, but it's like different because I didn't tell her. I wasn't like, get this for me. I posted it on my story and I was like, I really want this. And then she responded and she said, I got you. And then lo and behold, that same day this arrived at my house, and I love it so much. I love it so much. She also got me a whole bunch of the Celsiuses, which you saw. Just love her. Anyways, she's gonna be here. Just hit myself in the face with her. She's gonna be here helping us. Guys, if you don't have one of the Target weighted stuffed animals, life-changing. Like before, I was not really like on the trend, on the hype, but then I got Miss Lulu and I'm changed. I'm a changed woman. So yeah, let's just get into the video. So it's currently the last day of June and I'm making this because I don't think I'm going to be finishing any other books this month because it's the last day, and I just did that 24-hour readathon, so there's no way I'm going to be binge reading something. But I just usually like to wait until like the month is over because I'm like, what if? But I'm not waiting anymore. So I read 7 books this month. I wanted to read more, but there was like a week where I did not read at all because my friends were here, and I was like thinking like I would read some because we were going to the beach and the pool, and I usually like to read whenever I'm like at those places, but I don't know, I just couldn't bring myself to do it while I was there with them. So also guys, I read all of these books on my Kindle except for one, so I'm not holding it up. I'm just gonna put a picture of the book on the screen. Obviously this month was Pride Month, so I was trying to integrate some gay books into the mix. And when I say gay, that is an umbrella term because none of these books were actually gay. They were all sapphic romances. So walla wa. But yeah, I didn't read as many as I like wanted to. Like I wanted to have like a lot that I read this month, but I still have more sapphic books on my TBR for the summer. So we're not stopping in June, okay? I read gay books all year long. So okay, we're getting into what I read for real now. The first book I read was Problematic Summer Romance, and what a coincidence that this is the cover of my Kindle right now. I actually listened to the audiobook of this book while I was driving to and from my girlfriend's house. Mainly I listened to it going back from my girlfriend's house because she lives 8.5 hours away from me. So, and let me just tell y'all, some of these scenes in this book, listening to it just like driving was crazy. Like I was just like jaw on the floor oh my god, what am I listening to? What am I listening to? I am a freak. I felt freaked out because, okay, guys, usually whenever there's more than like 1 or 2 spice scenes in a book, I'm skipping it. I'm sorry, but I'm just like, why is it so excessive? This one honestly did not have that many, but like the ones that it did have were pretty long, and so I was just like listening to it, and I didn't want to like skip through it because I was like, what if they say something important? Because like sometimes like they do like say something while in the middle of it, and so sometimes I literally just like skim the page, you know, and just like look to see if they're actually like talking. But I didn't do that with this one. In terms of the actual story, the plot line, the writing, it was pretty good. I forgot to say that this book was by Ali Hazelwood, which I have read a lot of her books. This book, it was very entertaining. Like whenever I was driving back from my girlfriend's house, like I basically listened to it the whole time. On the way there, like it was kind of like a slower start, so I just listened to like maybe like an hour or 2 of it, and then I was like switching over to like music and other podcasts and stuff. But on the way back, that was the only thing I was listening to. It had my attention the whole time. And yeah, it was really entertaining. Like I felt like I was like watching a show or something, you know? Yeah, and there was more to it than just the romance. Like I felt like other parts of the book were entertaining too. One thing that I was not the biggest fan of, which literally was like the whole premise of the book, so really that's my own fault because I do that sometimes. I read a book that has something in it that I know I don't like that much, but I read it anyways because it's Ali Hazelwood. So if I read a book that was Omegaverse by Ali Hazelwood, I'm gonna read this one. No matter what, no matter what. That being said, I have not read all her books, but I do have almost all of them downloaded on Spotify now. Anyways, so what I was saying is there's a very big age gap in this book, like 14 years or something like that, which to me, like I don't mind age gaps in books, which is why I was like, it's fine. But the thing is, I do not like it whenever it's like he literally knew her whenever she was a minor and he was fully a grown adult. That's when I'm like, absolutely not. That's kind of weird. Like that's kind of weird. And also I feel like for me, most of the time the cutoff is like 10 years. Like once it exceeds that, I'm like, all right, that's enough. I mean, that's kind of just like personal preference though, because like I wouldn't want to date someone like super older than me because I'm just like, not to be morbid, but I'm like, you have so much less time with them because they're so much older than you, which I know we could die anytime from like anything, like it's not, but like, you could possibly have more time with someone that's like around your age than someone that's 10 years older than you. So anyways, but basically the main character, I forgot her name, Maya. Okay, Maya. So basically Maya is going to Italy, but she's going there for her brother's wedding because they're having a destination wedding, which honestly I love books like that. Like it reminds me kind of Anyone But You, which I love that movie, guys. Like I love that type of trope, and whenever they're going somewhere for like a destination wedding or something, I love that. But yeah, she's going there for her brother's wedding, and her brother's best friend is a man named Connor. Maya and her brother's parents died whenever they were younger, so her brother had the responsibility of taking care of her and stuff, and he was just like a single young man, so he needed some help sometimes, so he called his friends, and one of those friends was Connor, and he would like help and stuff, and literally like they talk about a scene where he like drove her to the hospital or something, and like I mean, they made it seem like it wasn't like he didn't have like that big of a part in her life, but it's like, but you still knew her, you still interacted with her, and I just think that's very strange. Like, if you're old enough to be driving her to doctor's appointments because she has to have an adult with her, y'all should not be dating, and you should especially not be having sex. So yeah, but that's literally like the whole thing, you know. They do end up doing that. They do end up falling in love, and honestly, he's like very self-aware. He's like, there's a power dynamic, like if we start dating, and I'm like, okay, so if you know that, then why are you still doing it? I digress. That being said, I rated it 3 stars. It was still very entertaining. It's still, you know, I was still enjoying it. It's just like I just couldn't get behind the age gap, but which, as I said, was a very big part of the book. I don't know, I'm just like, I feel like it didn't add like that much. I feel like it would have been better if there was just no age gap, or maybe a smaller one, like, or if, well, I was gonna say if he didn't know her when he was younger, but I feel like they still could have kept like that in somehow, but like, I don't know, it just felt a little bit creepy to me. So next book I read was That's Not My Name by Megan Lollipop. This book was recommended to me by my sister. I got a snap from her while I was at my girlfriend's house, and she was just proclaiming to me that I should read it. Proclaiming, is that the right word? I don't know. It was very good. This book is about a girl who wakes up like on the side of the road, and it seems like she's been in some sort of accident, and she gets taken to the police station, and then, you know, they're trying to figure out who she is because she has no identification, and she also has memory loss, so she can't remember her own name, like her family, anything. And then a man comes into the police station saying that she is his daughter, and he has like all the proper identification and everything, so they let her go with him. Any guesses to what happens or who he is? Not her dad. Which some people might consider that a spoiler, but I'm like, I think it's pretty obvious that this is a thriller, so obviously, like, if it was her dad, it would have been resolved in the first chapter. So I also have 2 point of views in this story, which is the girl who has been taken and also her boyfriend from back home who is searching for her. It was a very entertaining read and like kept you on your toes because you were in both perspectives, so you were seeing like how close the boyfriend was getting to finding her, and like, you know, she doesn't know that this man is not her dad, and it's like you're just on the edge of your seat waiting for her to find out. And like all of these things keep coming up, like she's getting some weird vibes and she's like starting to piece it together and stuff, and the boyfriend's still looking for her, and you're just wondering if she's going to make it out alive. And guys, the twist at the end of this book was crazy. I just want to say, like, I feel like my girlfriend, she kind of guessed the twist at the beginning when I was telling her about what happened, but like it was kind of like on accident. Like, I don't know, I feel like she was just kind of confused about the plot, but then she actually said what the actual twist was, but I'm not going to say what it was because I don't want to spoil it. I read it and I was like, I was shocked, but I'm just like, oh yeah, she literally said that. So I rated this book 4 stars. It was pretty good. It was low-key kind of sad. Like, I was just like, oh, all right. But yeah, next I read another thriller type of book. I have really been on my thriller game recently, or like mystery, you know? And that was You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Kalynn Bayron. This is the first sapphic book that I read, and I did not completely know that it was sapphic. I mean, I kind of thought it might be because I know there's another book by this author called Cinderella is Dead, and I know that one is sapphic, so I was like, well, if one is, I'm just gonna guess another is. But like, I didn't know how much. Like, I was like, maybe like the main character is just like gay, but I didn't know if she was gonna like if there was actually romance in it, you know? It's not like a romance, like it's like she, like, they have already been dating, like it's not like they're falling in love. She's with her girlfriend already in this book. I liked this book. I was not very like sure about it in the beginning because I don't know, it just like was not hitting for me, and the writing, like it was okay, but it wasn't like that good, you know? I was just like, okay, like it's okay. And like the plot, like it was kind of boring in the beginning. I was like, okay, let's get to the good part, but like once we did get to the good part, it was good. I was locked in. I was a little bit confused. I was like, what is going on, what is happening, because the twist was just so crazy. I was like, what but yeah, it definitely kept me on my toes. Like once it got to the actual like meat of the story, I was like, okay, I see. And like the ending, like the very end, the epilogue, I don't know if it was actually the epilogue, I can't remember if it was like, I think it was like an epilogue. That was like the best part of the book. I was like, oh my god. I feel like there's a lot of like tragic sapphic romances, you know? It's just like, why are we always so sad? Why are we always down in the dumps? Someone's always dying, and I can't I don't want to spoil it. I'm just gonna leave off on that, like that. So that's always happening, and maybe it happened in this book, maybe it didn't. I'm not gonna tell you because I don't want to spoil it, but just know, epilogue, crazy. I rated the book 3 stars because I was just really like not vibing with beginning. I for real thought I was gonna have to DNF it, but then it actually got good. So next I read The Catch by Amy Lee. This is the 3rd book in the Influencer series. I read the first 2 like maybe like 2 years ago, 1 or 2. And let me just say, guys, I liked the first 2 way more than this one. I don't know if it's because my taste has changed any, but I don't know. This one, I just, it was like okay, but it just felt like every other like type of like I feel like I have read this book before, but I haven't, you know? The other 2, I felt like they were more unique because in all of these books, the girl is an influencer. Obviously, that's why it's called The Influencer. In the first one, she is a plus size fitness influencer, and I felt like that like storyline and her character was very unique, and like I was really enjoying that, and also the guy in it, like I was really enjoying them together. So yeah, and then the second one, she was a book talk influencer, which guys, I usually like, I hate whenever books mention social media, but like these ones, like I actually like it. And also because you know what you're getting into whenever you start it, you know that they're gonna be influencers. It's not just like, you know, you're just reading a book and it randomly mentions TikTok. It's like, no, like that's the whole point of the story. And yeah, I still like usually hate that, but these ones, I don't know, I felt like they did it in a really good way. So yeah, the second one, she's a book talk influencer, and then this one, she's just like a lifestyle influencer, but I don't know, like it was something about it, it was just not hitting the same as me. I felt like the other 2, especially the first one, like had a lot more depth to them, and they were just more interesting. This one, it just felt like every like small town romance book. Like it really reminded me of It Happened One Summer, where it's like a rich or popular or, you know, whatever girl goes to like a fisherman town and then falls in love with a guy. Like it felt like every other romance like that, which there's a lot of. So I don't know, it just didn't really bring anything new to the table, but I still like, it it was like not like terrible. Like I don't want to diss on it that hard, because maybe if I had read it like at the time when I read those other books, when I hadn't read like all, like so many romance books that are just like copy and paste, I would have liked it more. It's just the fact that I've already read so many books like this. I'm just like, where's the originality? Next book, we're back to the sapphic ones.
You're gay. You're gay. You're one of them queers.
Oh, I forgot to say I rated the last book 2.75 stars. So then I read Malice by Heather Walter. This is a duology. More on that later. This is a retelling of Sleeping Beauty where the main character is actually Maleficent. It's kind of like, it's a loose retelling, you know, it's not exact at all. Like, it's kind of like the characters are similar, but the actual plot line is not that similar. I really liked this book. Like, I was having fun reading it. I was invested in what was going on. I liked the romance and I liked the actual plot beyond that. I feel like at the end, it like kind of got a little bit like weird. Like, they were losing me with the plot. I was like, so what's going on right now? I don't know. The ending, it just took like so much of a turn from the rest of the book. Like, you're following the main character throughout everything and you think you know like who she is, what she's about, but then something in her switches a little bit and you're like, wait, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? And also where they left off at the ending, like I'm like, I don't even know like what could happen in the second book, how she's gonna get out of this situation that she put herself in. I don't know. But yeah, it really kept me on the edge of my seat. I was really enjoying it. I love a good like fantasy book, and sometimes it's like really hard to start fantasy books, but this one, it just felt like really easy to read, easy to get into. And yeah, they did kind of lose me as well whenever they started talking about like stuff that's happened and like their country's history and everything. I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about right now. But I don't know, maybe I'm just bad when it comes to that stuff, sort of stuff, when they're like info dumping on you. I'm like, what? But yeah, I rated this one 4 stars. So yeah, it's pretty good. I think I will be tuning in for the second one, but I just like have no idea like where they're gonna take it. Another sapphic romance, I read Cleat Cute after that. Sorry, I feel like whenever I say the title of this book, I really have to emphasize that I'm saying Cleat Cute, not. This book is a sapphic soccer romance. They're both on the same soccer team. Towards the beginning, they don't really like each other, but then they kind of go into more of a friends with benefits type of situation. I feel like the attraction was like there from the very beginning, but then they just like don't really act on it, and one of them just like keeps flirting with the other one, like being like so bold and stuff, and I'm like, how are you just like doing this? Like, a lot of times in books there's always like a character that like is like flirting very heavily from the very beginning, and I'm like, you don't even know if this person likes you, and you're like hardcore flirting with them, like literally like saying like explicit stuff, and or just like making jokes like that. And I'm like, I feel like if someone was doing this in the real world, they would get like a restraining order against you. But like, since it's a romance book, it's cute. This book had a very big miscommunication trope towards the end, but the way like they were building it up so much just for the payoff to be like not that big, like it was just like, oh, resolved. Which, I don't know, like on one hand I'm like, yes, like that's good, because I don't really like the miscommunication trope. I hate whenever they like blow something so out of proportion just because the two characters did not communicate how they were feeling. But they were just like leading up to it so much, and then like it was revealed and it was just like, oh, that's it. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I like this book. I felt like it was really easy to read, and it was a good sapphic romance. Better than some I've read, worse than others I've read. So there you go. I also read most of this book during my 24-hour readathon. Yeah, I don't know how that ties into anything. I just wanted to tell you guys. The last book I read this month was a book I read the whole thing in one sitting during my 24-hour readathon, and that was Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. Guys, this book was low-key really good. Like, I don't know, something about it. I'm like, I kind of, like, it was good to read for the 24-hour readathon because it had me, like, locked in. Like, I was like, okay, like, I want to know what's going on. Like, I want to keep going. But at the same time, I'm like, I kind of wish I was, like, completely coherent and not, like, sleep deprived whenever I was reading it, because I might have enjoyed it even more than I did, which I did enjoy it a lot. This book is about a girl named Ophelia whose mother has just died. Her father has not been in the picture for a long time. I can't exactly remember. I think, like, I can't remember, like, if they thought that he left them or, like, what, but basically, since her mother has died, it's now just her and her sister. Ophelia, she's, like, taking on the family business as, like, a necromancer and trying to do what her mother would want. But the other sister does not like the necromancer lifestyle at all and just, like, wants to get away from it. But basically, after their mother dies, there's this haunted house attraction that's coming to their city. And Ophelia's sister ends up going into it. It's basically like a haunted house that there's like 9 different levels, and you have to survive and get through all those levels in order to get to the end and win. And if you win, then you get one wish granted by the devil. So not exactly the devil, like the devil's son, but you know, same concept. So her sister has entered this haunted house. She is like, I don't remember even why she does it, but Ophelia, she's like, oh, I need to save my sister. Like, I don't know if she's gonna be able to do this, be able to survive this, and like whatever. So then she also enters the haunted house in order to save her sister. And how it works is basically there's different groups in the haunted house, and it's like you're in a group competing in challenges together, not on the same team, but just like against each other. And you're doing that for the first 7 levels of the house, but then once you get to the 8th one, then everyone that's still alive like comes together. So Ophelia has to get through all 7 of these levels and also hope that her sister is getting through all 7 of these levels before she can actually get to her and save her. And while she's doing this, she has a companion by her side named Blackwell, who is a ghost that has been trapped in the haunted house. And basically they make a deal where she's going to try to help him get free from the haunted house, and he's going to help her through the levels. So yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed the plot. I liked reading about all the different levels that she was going through, and I thought that Ophelia and Blackwell's romance was really, really top tier. At first, like, I was a little bit, I don't know, like, I still liked it, but it felt very insta-lovey, but then that kind of made sense more towards the end after the plot twist, why it was so insta-lovey feeling. So yeah, I feel like it was definitely my favorite this month, and I really want to read the second one, which is about her sister. I saw a lot of people saying that the second one has like different vibes than the first one, like doesn't feel similar, but it's still really good. So yeah, I don't know guys, this one, it was pretty good. Like, it was pretty good. I rated it 4 stars. Honestly, I'm leaning more towards like a 4.5. So that is all the books that I've read this month. I am currently reading Mile High by Liz Tom Ford. More on that in next month's wrap up because that's when I'm gonna be talking about it. I just wanted to tell you guys what I was reading. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and listening to me yap about books once again because I love to do it. So okay, bye.